Hello. I have had coffee, soup, painkillers, and now more coffee. That means I'm unstoppable. If you like being unstoppable and you're watching this later on YouTube, remember to subscribe, please. I know us people what put things on the internet must sound very repetitive, but it helps. It genuinely does help. A lot. Anyway, let us spam the universe. My head hurts. That's why I took painkillers. Hold on. If you haven't stretched today, this is your reminder to do that. That helped? Kind of? I don't know. I don't know if that helped at all. You know what will help? Clench butt, sit up straight. I don't even know if I'm on camera anymore. If I'm not on camera, please scream directly at your screen, loud enough for me to hear it. Do not type in chat, that would be silly. That would never work. Hello. Hello, John McFist. Bets on how many designs we review today. My money is between 2 and 4, hopefully 4. Super me board, you are on camera, lol. Great. Time to, hold on, I need to look at you. I'm off center. Oh, too far. Too far again. Okay, there we go. I'm here. Hello, Inane. Or inane. Inane sounds better. Inane sounds rude. Anyway, shoo-doo. Orange, hello. People placing bets on how many we get through. Problem is, this chat distracts me, but I also distract myself. Excuse me. Ah, pure curiosity. Oh, right. Stuff is happening. The main menu. I love the fact that stuff happens on the main menu for the devs, but the camera really needs to be tweaked to not give people horrible motion sickness. It really does. I tested Gary versus the Tiamat. Oh, how'd that go? It went in 3 phases. Oh dear. Well, I will read that after spamming the universe. Did I copy paste that? Did I get the correct date? I did. Ooh. New person doing from the Depsy stuff. That's nice. I like that. Over here. Alright. Okay, so just gonna make sure we have the updated Almighty while we're in there. And here in General. Okay. Right. Alert sent. Right. The camera's jank. Could do a bit softer. First phase regular Gary didn't stand much of a chance. Did behead it once and win though. Awesome. That's good to know. Gary can win. Presumably no collisions, else the battle would just lag to a halt like yesterday on stream. That was... Let's be honest. That wasn't entirely my fault. It was mostly my fault. But then the Reaper went up Gary's butt and pushed it where it was not supposed to go. Second phase was figuring out the teammate's weakness, which was HE and also running out of resources. Hello, I am Grunt. Okay, welcome. Right, I've spammed that. We need the Platono hub now. I also have not, spammed my spreadsheets. Not spammed, opened my spreadsheets. Oh dear. I think lag happened on screen. Why did lag? Why is lag? Why is air? Why is boots? Why is shoes? Why is banana? Why is Dave? Dave! Why you, Dave? Dave, why? If anyone's watching this who's called Dave or David, I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. Actually, no, I do. Lack of sleep, soup, not enough coffee. Right, actually, before you drink the coffee, boy. Before you drink the coffee, boy, you gotta get all your spreadsheets set up. Alright. Spam. Hub. Sheets. Workshop, already checked. Alright. Yep, so third phase with HE, Cram Gary instead of Frag, and Gary went 4 out of 4 with only one four with only one Gary die. Nice! Genuinely the hardest I've ever seen the game slowed down. Yeah, honestly, I don't think Every other time I've seen From the Depths, like, grind to a halt like it did yesterday, the game crashed. Ish, 3 times beheading it causing me to flip and sink. Bro, my computer just crashed. Oh no! Brain words. And once Gary managed to shoot off its tail, killing it, it was 3 Garys versus 1 TL. Okay. Well then, it's nice to know Gary can do things. I knew that, but it's nice to have more confirmation. The hell was I doing? Alright, let's try and figure out where the hell we were. Alright, so... bookmark. There. Okay, and I'm also just going to move this bookmark down to where we actually are. Oh no. Oh phew. Alright, good news. I've added 1,000 more rows to the craft note thing. Alright. Don't mind me. Spreadsheets are fun. Everyone loves a spreadsheet because it is both spread and sheet. Right, so, where did we get to? Where we got to with the Snowland Presence, we are making good progress overall. We've got a lot of stuff to go through. So we looked at the Tiamat. Now we gotta look at the Reaper. I believe that already got updated, so I need to go grab that. So Reaper, Shade, Totem. Let's do that. Alright, first I need to go do that. You know, I could have done this ahead of time, but I never do. I never do. I really should, but I don't. Okay. Wise is the name. And you know what the brain is? I don't know. Okay, there we go there. So we want... What is it we want? What is it we want? We want a Reaper Shade Totem. Let's go with that. Which might be in the drone section. Right, so Reaper. Right, download, Shade, and Totem. Let's start with those 3, see how we do. Oh, my folders! Everyone has seen them! Now I will die! I will die! Okay. Enough of this silliness. We need a different kind of silliness. Okay. Right, oh boy, hopeful are you? I mean, you've got to be optimistic, and if I download it now, I don't need to download it next time. Planning ahead, we don't do that here. Also, its neck, I think the third segment from the head needs reinforcements nice and easy, maybe in favor of erosion, in the ocean. How silly we talking? Well, I don't know. As silly as we can possibly manage. Be sure not to strain yourself. It is important to stretch properly before being silly. Otherwise, you can do permanent damage to either yourself or those around you. I stretched too hard and hurt myself. See? I was silly, and I didn't stretch before I was silly. Ironically, the stretch was the silly thing. Okay. Right, here we are, and now... Reaper. The Reaper probably doesn't need that much changing. It is a thing unto itself, the Reaper is. Download updated, thruster cloaked, and R34. R4. Alright, so these things are exactly the same, so we're just going to simplify the name. So here we go. Do not ask why I was using Greytail and Fleet colors, it was for a thing. Alright, so... who made this? Player. Let's go... Firstly, let's take a screenshot because that's cool as hell. And next, we're gonna go find the Reaper on the workshop so we can paste. Oh, this is a Cobrax build. Nice. Oh, and this was inspired by the Reaper Leviathan from Subnautica. That's dope. That is tremendous and excellent. Okay. Hello, Dr. Kreutzer. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so let's go through our checky list. Alright, so firstly, aesthetics and fleet colors. Yep. Approved. Doesn't really need anything. Sub-object clipping or excess. Technically, it does. Yep. Technically, that does clip. Alright, so just... This is purely just for, like, rules purposes. It's just, especially the idle animation of those jaws, I guess? Alright, so... Because, let's just see... Yep, that is a double-stacked sub-object. Alright, it is... Yep. Let's do that. And let's see here. Material storage, does it... Oh, right, no. Oh, yeah, no. This thing runs out of materials, like, really quickly. Alright, so that hasn't changed since the last note I stuck on it. Visual... Arm... Jaw... Ram clipping needs to be... Yeah, no. The arms do visually clip a lot. Alright, so... Tone down a bit. Visual... Spin block. Tone down a bit because, yeah, you can see the rams are kind of actually poking into each other, and here the slope is inside each other's hitbox. So yeah, no, we do not want that. That is naughty. In fact, I'm going to mark it in red. Because honestly, past me was not very observant. Past me was easily distracted by rule of cool. We did look for clipping last time around. Yep, I think if you shift the rams over a bit, you could make it look like it's not clipping. Yeah, or you just... I think I said this last time. I think if you just... So you see these rams in here, you just... These rams here are never going to touch the enemy anyway because they're surrounded by rubber. So if you remove these, like... Goodness, okay. If you remove those, and then just make the spin block angles a little bit, like, less extreme, then yeah, they won't poke into each other like that. That is the idea, okay. Alright, so... What else? So, how many sub-objects does this thing have? It has a lot. It has an awful lot. What it has. Okay, what is this? Oh, this thing is meant to spawn nukes. I forgot about that. Right. Okay, so we need to do that. It's meant to spawn in... Okay. Reaper spawn. Okay, it has that. It can do it. Yeah, no, this needs a lot more material storage. If it's meant to spawn in things, it really does need more material storage. Where the hell you're supposed to fit it in, I do not know. Honestly, you might as well get rid of the particle cannon because this, how much damage does it do? It does some, I guess. Also, small boilers, as you do. Yeah, really, how are you supposed to put more material storage in here? I do not know. It's technically a nuke, so bringing a lot of materials is frequently going to be a waste, but yeah, but it spawns nukes. This thing might be trying to do too many things at once. Hello, Azusa. I mean, you could deco shift them. It requires a little crate on its underside. What? What are you talking about? It has a warp thing. Yes, this thing warps. Alright, I'm gonna make a note here. This thing is trying to do too many things at once. Trying to do too many things at once. Melee hack. Melee, pack, rams, warp. And spawn. I think maybe, really, you should pick 3 out of those. Alright, there's that. Right, also, checklist. Alright, so, sub-object, yeah, it has a lot of sub-objects, and... yeah. Particularly for EV spawners. Ah, boy. Okay, what else? Yeah, like, there's a lot. Cobrax really does love their... Yeah, that's the thing, is like the eyeballs are also on turrets, and that we can probably change that. And we probably should. Right. Violation. What else? And eyes. Okay, then. The Swole Cargo Heli. You know what else carries a little crate on his underside? Could. I forgot the could, right. So I guess calling a shipping hit a little craft might be an understatement. Crate. Why does it in water? It's run out of materials, so that is one of the major problems with this. And bear in mind, the moment whoever is playing Plutono realizes what this thing is, all they need to do is, like, and also see how fast it burns through materials. You can visibly, like, see this bar drop. Like, within, I don't know, minutes, this thing is going to run out of materials and flop into the ocean. So yeah, all the player will end up doing then is, admittedly this thing is very fast, but all they have to do is, like, have something as fast as this, or a little faster, and just wait for it to, like, die. Which admittedly you can do for most things, but this thing in particular runs out so quickly it might actually be viable. Like, yeah. Yep, yeah, look at that. It's like, in the time I've been talking, it's like a fifth, a quarter running out of materials. So yeah, it definitely needs more storage, or more efficient propulsion. Because steam jets are all very well, but they do burn through stuff like crazy. And, or more fuel-efficient propulsion. Getting rid of the particle cannon is probably a good idea for saving on material use. And I forgot how to spell efficient again. Efficient. Yep. Okay, cool. And checking my checklist. Transparent APS clips, doesn't use APS. Resource settings, auto propulsion, doesn't have any. Alright, so, whoops. Alright, so resource settings, good, auto propulsion. Please tell me... Okay, it does not appear to use auto propulsion. That's nice. Right, what over here? Okay, it's called Smoke and Dabum. Right, no auto propulsion I see. Custom jets don't ever seem to... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, yeah, auto propulsion, good. Good. And repair bots, does it have any? Repair bot? Nope, it has repair tentacles, though. In my test, the Tiamat ran out of materials in, like, less than 10 minutes. Yeah, Cobrax is a very skilled builder, but between 100 subunits and or 1 million volume, his builds don't tend to be very friendly to low-spec PCs. Yeah. Unfortunately, like art has a steep price, and sometimes that price is your CPU going foom. Don't mind me, I remembered I had coffee in a soup mug. Okay, then, so we need combat testing. Alright, so, you, sir, refill all your resources.
Listening.
Vanish. Alright, so this thing's about 48,000 stuff, so let's throw this against a Glacave thing that's twice that cost, let's say. So, what do we want? We want 100k. So, a 100k thing. Not the Perpetual. Not the Proton. Not the Engraver. Right, where is this on the difficulty sheet? The Reaper is a medium design, because it's a little bit harder than a thing. Problem is, the Glacave is so bloody meta that, like, ramming stuff doesn't work well against them. Let's throw it against the gearbox and see what happens. Gearbox is not going to do very well. Oh dear. Alright. Nom nom nom. Interesting. Oh, there's the nukes. Yeah, the nukes are perhaps excessive. Because frankly, like, I didn't even notice last time... Hold on, let's see. How many materials do you have? Right, so... This is kind of an expensive suicide vehicle, isn't it? Alright, but it works, though, is the thing. It's a lot of suborders. Yup. Yep. No, I'm willing to bet this can still catch the majority of Glacave designs. The nukes are not effective. I think the nukes are meant to be more... I think the nukes are meant to be used against larger things, so let's have a bigger thing. Let's spawn in the Reaper. Let's go for a big... whatever the equivalent of a big slow thing is. So let's do... Let's do the Gravistar. Let's see how well this does. Ah, the Gravitar spawns. The Gravistar spawns nukes. This could be awkward. This could be extremely awkward. Oh dear. Oh no! You've been nuked! You fool! Oh no! Alright, so... Ironically, the melee craft got defeated by melee craft, and also a little bit weird that a kamikaze nuke thing counts as a melee craft. Where does Sledgehammer? I believe... Wait, the Equilibrium is probably a fun thing to use, because that's a glass cannon cram thing. All they do is wibble wobble. Yeah, the nukes just kind of wobble around. I think the idea is that, like, you kind of get stuck on a large craft, and then, like, you spawn the nukes, and then... Alright, so this is probably a good example of what it's trying to do, except it's, exploding a lot. You know what would probably work better with this thing? Flamethrowers. Ah, see, that's... Oh, dear. Honestly, I would get rid of the nukes, honestly. They don't really do much. Like, this was, like, one of the more optimal scenarios for our friend here, and it, like, the nukes did basically nothing. So let's, oh, my lord. Yeah, well, yeah, I got crammed at point-blank range. So I do like the Equilibrium. This is fun. What a fun thing. But Gorlath red barrels. Wait, what? How is that surprising? Baiting melee to drive into nukes is effective. What? Gorlath red barrels? What? That is a reference to something. What did Gorlath do with red barrels? Alright, so that's not going to work well. I'm going to add a note here. Recommend getting rid of nukes. Recommend. Yeah. ditching the nukes. They don't accomplish much. Alright, that's probably enough notes on the Reaper. Although now I'm curious, what happened? What happened if we spawn more than one Reaper against the Equilibrium? Look at us! We've almost looked at the first thing. So, a Reaper. Reaper and Reaper again. Actually, if this thing spawned in squads, that could be pretty dope. Oh no! It's Reaper time! Everyone loves Reaper time! I do love how the claws kind of reach and grab a lot. That's really cool. Is the particle cannon doing anything? It is! It's doing something. Ah, I think the repair tentacles are distract again. This is laggy as balls. But okay, it's not the laggiest we've ever seen. That would be silly. Okay, he built a bait craft for me later to run into with a nuke, and decorated it to look like a red barrel from a video game. Nice! Very nice. Okay, let's see if these nukes actually do something, because they are wibble-wobbling around a lot. Oh, right. Maybe don't hug a gun when its barrel is pointed straight at you. How much damage are we doing? We are actually doing a lot of damage. Balls aren't laggy. Oh, speaking as someone who is possessed and seen many a ball, they can lag like hell. If your balls are lagging, please seek medical attention, I'd say. Alright, yeah, that's enough notes on the Reaper. I'm just gonna leave this, I'm gonna leave this fun thing running while we do notes. Alright. And click, click, and click, and... Okay, there's that, and every go over there, and this go. Aha, more reapage going on over here. That's the verb. Oh no, Reapers are confused. Lord of the Reaper. Okay, cheers. Always say that, it is polite. Okay then. What? The settings on this account do not allow you to add... Am I blocked? Wait, what are you... The settings on this account do not allow you to add comment. Did, like... What? Hang on. If Kobrax blocked me from putting comments on their stuff, that's gonna... Okay, now it works. Okay. Whew! I was terrified that I had offended Kobrax somehow, and he just specifically said, Borderwise doesn't get to comment on this. Nope, it was just Steam crapping the bed slightly. I didn't need that. The melee pack is arguably the main weapons. Hello, Monster Kicker. For the Equilibrium being the most bricky prick there is, I think my deco for it is decent. I actually really like the Equilibrium. It is... There's just something really fun about something that just is like a brick that is also a glass cannon that drives at full speed towards the enemy. And yes, your deco work is exquisite as usual. I like it a lot. And once again, and hello Night World, indeed, brick. And once again, Galcave is stealing the show. Careful, you don't want to run over the Reaper. Ooh, Reaper almost got ran over. Okay, I need to finish typing notes. Typing. I spelt... No, I didn't spell violation wrong. Or did I? Okay, Reaper done. We are half an hour into the stream, and we've reviewed one thing. Add to all that's machined out of a single giant brick of metal or something. I don't want to, Inane. What is that pack disc doing? This is, I believe this is just pure deco, and it's just there to look cool. Yes, master. I will build nothing but kayaks and canoes from now on. Your wish is my command, master. Loop. Enough of the silliness. Different silliness required. Yeah, well, I made it, but from far away it looked strange. Okay, shade. What is the shade? I don't remember the shade at all. This is an easy design, which is very small. What the hell is this? Ah, yes, this needs aesthetic overhaul. What is... Does anyone remember the prettiest thing? It needs aesthetics on par with Hickory. Also, I just remembered. Alright, so, first things first. Can experiment with effectiveness. I don't remember this at all. This, sure as cookies, is one of the older designs submitted. Okay, shade. And needs aesthetics. Aesthetics is a weird word. Aesthetics brought up to same standard as H3C4. Damn it, H3C4 2 3. Which is a tall order using all fleet colors. I scrolled down and I didn't want to. Alright. I don't know what is this thing armed with? It's got a particle cannon. It has what? Oh dear. What is this thing supposed to be? It's the shade. Make it spooky. Bones, etc. I spelled aesthetics wrong again. I spelled aesthetics wrong again. When will I learn to spell aesthetically correctly? Interesting detection. Oh yeah, you know, I think the song I pressed was what made me want to make music for this compile. Yay! It accomplished something! Craft is a Sean build. Talking about the deco, by the way, didn't make the craft itself. Too hollow and an armored. Orange didn't deco this? Looks like your style. Okay, made it for... I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be. Not even a goofy guy. Worm, snail, brick. Like really a brick. Aesthetics. It's simple. Aesthetics. Aesthetics. Nope. You can't fool me, chat. I know what it is. Alright, so let's brainstorm a little bit since we're here. Let's see. How make skull? Why was there a note there? Okay, type something light particle accelerator weapon. Alright, so this thing is definitely the thing of all time. Did I type everything correctly? Cool shade, so make it aesthetically spooky. Skulls, bones, etc. What else? Let's go through our checklist. Also, I need to find this thing on the workshop. And this is... Oh, this is one of 3D Wrecker's builds. Hey, shout out to 3D Wrecker doing 3D Wrecker stuff. Okay, shade. Oh, tell me he didn't remove... Oh, maybe. Shade. That's not how anything is spelled. There we go. The darn fool done wrote real English. Da-da-da, okay. Okay. Spooky. Spooky. Okay, detection needs to be better protected, that's for sure. Shade has 0 surge protectors. It only costs 0. That's a lot of laser rangefinders. Yep. Alright, so first things first, detection needs to be toned down. See, you could put like 1,000,000... This thing has like 8 detection sticks, like pointing top and bottom. You could just halve that and put them on the sides. That would work. Okay, cut down on detection and protect it better. Cut down on protection and detect. And not detect it better. Protect. Protect it better. Alright. So, let's have a look at this. First things first, checklist. Aesthetics and fleet colors. I've already mentioned that. It needs all the fleet colors. Sub-object clipping or excess. This has no sub-objects. Functionality, combat testing, I'm gonna move that down a smidge. Gonna move that down a smidge. Gonna move that down a smidge. Transparent APS clips. This does not use APS. Resource settings. Good. Auto propulsion. Does this use auto propulsion? For the love of peanuts. Okay, 3D wrecker. Massive brain, no auto propulsion. Yeah, that seems all good. And then they put. I always forget to use the bloody hull things. Alright, so good. Repair bots. Let's just check. Repair bots. It has no repair anything. Alright, let's fling this against a thing and see what happens. All fleet colors accounted for. Hello, Eval. Main CJE has no intake, which pretty much ruins the power. Oh. Aha! I see a Plika. You could tell that 3D Wrecker was building for Hauer a lot. Because he was. He's got a bunch of Hauer designs. Which means the applique is a lot. Alright, so we can stick inputs. Ooh, yeah, no, that's not efficient at all, is it? Where the hell is the... Alright, so, yeah, no, that needs an intake. It is weird how these things can work, like, with no intake at all. That seems odd. Strange. Add intake to jet. Add proper intake to jet. Work with no intake, just like at the half power. Detection post good as a deco applied. Yeah, I've already mentioned that aesthetics need to be brought up to like the Starlight Presence Hecate, but just with more fleet colors, which is a tall order, by the way. Aesthetic standard, the same standard as the using all fleet colors. Add proper intakes to jet. I'm giving people a lot of homework, but on the other hand, I'm giving myself a lot of homework. Alright, so does this nope. Okay, let's see here. It's got stone beams. Needs surge protectors in critical areas. Needs at least 2. Needs a surge protector. Okay then. What else? Yep, this is the... Wait, how does this... Oh, it's got exhausts. That thing I keep forgetting exists. Alright, let's check this particle cannon. What's its deal? Focus is... Ah, this is a short range... It's also explosive. And it does attack runs. This could probably be converted into a front-sider with minimum effort. So let's try that. Whoop! Who did the stretchy? Whoop! Thank you, Sooty, for the stretchy! Yay! I had to update the residents to use the tiny intake, bloody ducted intake. There's also no exhaust, but that's not necessarily wrong. That only increases power by 10%, so it'll be less thrust than a combustor. Okay, 66 base efficiency without intake compressors. You don't even need compressors. Yeah. 10% focus on a long-range lens is certainly a choice, as no reverse gear and straight into low. Why is it a long range with a long range? The main point of using the long-range lens is it has the least damage loss with distance of all these pack lenses, so if you set the focus this low, it's gonna miss horribly at long range, so yeah, it's an issue. Did I just say long range? Yes, you did, Amivoid, but I think I know what you meant. It is similar to the other small snake the SP have. You sure did. Alright, so I think this thing should be converted to a front-sider, but we should combat test this first. This thing needs to beat the commodity. It simply must. Eco resources. If this thing loses against the commodity, that's bad. And the reason I do that is because 3D Wrecker made the commodity, which is one of my favorite things to blow up. Right, so the thing is... Yeah, no, like, this thing is not fast enough to do attack runs. Also, its field of fire is... it's not bad. Just blew the commodity's booty off. Does this have... Oh, yeah, no, breadboard thrust vectoring would work great for this. Suggestion, convert to front-sider. We've got enough front-siders, though, so maybe not. Add breadboard thrust. Vectoring simply because it's like, I don't know, it's just so... Did it fire again? It did. Alright, so... Right, combat testing... Combat testing... Benchmark. Needs to beat our commodity. And probably... And Guacave... something. I know how to spell Guacave. I invented that word. I really did, actually. Now I think about it. When it's maneuvering, yeah, it needs more power than it has. It still does work. Yep. You know, that power drops fast. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, probably... Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why? Uh-oh. Stuck. Oh, dear. That's not good. Kersploosh. Well then, yeah, it just lost against the commodity. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, right. Its engines got taken out. Wait a minute. This thing has no space armor underneath it. Yep, no space armor underneath it. That is an issue. Right, so gonna add a notey note there. Okay. Needs space armor on underside. Or needs to drive a lot faster. Bear in mind, this might be an easy design, but Stone Knight Easy should actually still give people a headache in comparison to other easy designs. Okay, then what else can we do? What else? Have I checked everything? Yes, I have. Also, actually, yeah, I kind of like that this is... Wait a minute. It has 4 arms. That is not good use of HE damage, actually, because if you have 4 of those things all firing all at once, that's not great. Does it have RTGs? It does not. Splish Splash, you are now unable to dash. Does not look like it. Nope, no RTGs. It just has this thing right there. Right, needs more energy generation. Right, so needs more energy generation. How you're supposed to do that? Here's the thing. Why do people... Admittedly, every time I've tried this, it hasn't worked well, but why are people allergic to custom jet generators? If you're gonna have custom jets anyway, you might as well have that. Also, this thing is technically, like... Yeah, this is technically a dive bomber, but it has heavy armor on the sides rather than on the undersides and front. That's not the best idea, I don't think. Alright, also, let's just experiment with materials. So, let's go heavy armor to alloy. And let's go stone to alloy. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That already makes this thing a lot faster. Also, yeah, replace pack lens. Optimize pack. Replace with synchronized scatter lenses. More effective HE damage use. So the story there is like if you have like 4 high explosive like projectiles or beams in this case, they all hit at the same time. That is a lot of wasted damage because it's just like hitting on spot. What you want to do is have them hit one after the other, even if it's by a fraction of a second. So it goes like boom, 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 boom. And that way, it'll essentially dig into the target better. So that is what I would recommend for this. And bearing in mind the notes on aesthetics, what you can do is you could have like an open skull mouth there, like ha, and it goes like pew 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 pew. Might make the booty one bigger just to get that intake in. Yeah, it could be a scatter pack with one arm for the same effect. Yes, 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 yes. I'd interest in my power and energy by just taking it. Okay. Putting a generator reduces the power of jet is why. I mean, true. Yeah, so like you could lose the jets with thrust vectoring. So shade, master vectoring, and cut down on. Uh-oh, it's time for me to try and remember. Maneuver. Oh. Maneuver. I never remember how to spell maneuver. It's such a horrible word. God damn it. Maneuver. Alright, so I must remember now that maneuver, according to Le Google, Mano, EU, European Union, Vra. Mano. Mano. So when you maneuver, it is mano y mano. I spelled benchmark wrong. I have half an English degree, I would have everyone know. Cut down the maneuver jets. Yep. Okay. Maneuver. There's my contribution. Oh, looking at chat. Oh, you think that's how you spell maneuver border-wise? You idiot! Or you could just say turn and move. Nope. Maneuver. I must type maneuver. It is my purpose. It is my destiny. I need more coffee. Maneuver when Twitch just dies. Okay, I think that's enough homework for this. Let's double check the checklist. Check. And material weapon system can experiment to prove effectiveness. Needs aesthetic standard brought up to the same standard as stone, not SD, SP. As SP Hecate, using all 3 colors, or Hecate. Cold shade to make it aesthetically spooky. Skulls, bones, etc. As the stone light AI is insane, but with a sense of style. Cut down on protection and protect. Cut down on. Wow, I swapped. I like literally swapped protection and detection. Add proper intake so jet needs a surge protector or two. Add breadboard thrust vectoring and cut down on maneuver jets. Needs spaced armor on the side or needs to drive a lot faster. Needs more energy generation. Combat testing benchmark needs to beat Haugen commodity and Glakave. Aha! Let's give it Glakave homework. It needs to beat a Glakave thingy that's roughly the same cost. Let's see what it is. Let's see, what is a Glakave thingy that's roughly... That's the wrong blueprint. It's the wrong blueprint. That's the correct blueprint. 38,000 schmeckers. Which would be... Not the observable universe. We're gonna go with the nail. Which is actually quite a strong little bastard. Yep. Yeah, that's... Oh yeah, this needs missile defense. A lot of it. Oh dear. Yep, okay, so that is a good thing I did that. Needs missile defense. And yep, Glakave optimize. And typing. Alright, it's not winning. I can already feel what's gonna happen here. Glakave nail. It might have just blown the nail's weapons off, actually. No, it hasn't. Oh dear, yep, no, it's out of juice. It is out of delicious juice. Oh, and the failsafes come off. Yep, no, it ain't winning. I guess I can't watch your stream anymore. Oh no! Okay, what is that? What is happening? Anyone playing DBD at all needs help? Dead by Daylight, I don't need help, I can quit at any time. Did you notice Shipori? Yep, I noticed the surge protector. Oh no, sorry I don't make the rules. Also stayed up till 4 on the side painting, car, the portray. So I'd say life is pretty good. Death Pancakes, I am glad you're in a position where you can make questionable decisions and feel good. See, that's respectful. Pretty sure half of English is just the dude making the dictionary being a douche and trying to go on a power trip on people who didn't know half the words he made up. Well, kind of. I think the people who write the dictionary are desperately trying to keep up. Turned out well though, I should say my green stuff modeling needs a bit of work. Every time I tell myself I should go back to painting my minis, I never do it. I don't have expensive hobbies, apart from ones which are expensive in time. Okay then, well, the shade definitely needs some homework. Yeah, okay, so let us know, what do? Let us, well, you get to just, look at this thing sink a little bit. Mr. Shade, you must think about what you have done. What you have done is fall in the ocean, and you aren't a fish. You can't swim. Now I trot out the Glakave accent when we're not doing Glakave stuff. Wah! Waluigi. 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 There's a free border sing for you lot. Are you happy? I hope you're happy. If you're not happy, there will be consequences. The consequences will be you are unhappy. I think I turned into weird Batman. Where is Harvey Dent? He owes me money. He owes me $3 billion. And a cake. I am so hungry. I have not had cake in ages. And I don't mean butt. I mean the actual cake. Okay. Yep, that's a good. That's a spicy meatball. Where did Batman go? I don't know. Batman left. Batman's dead. How the hell did Batman become like a popular pop culture figure? Because it's so silly. I have a theory about success just in terms of like art. So many times it's just you got in first at a particular thing, and that is like success basically for the most part. I am curious to see when the superhero comic as a medium will die out, because, well, people aren't letting it die. Marvel's milking that Batman. Okay, I need to check here. 2 HQs that are mostly just need a finishing touch. Can repair bots go through blocks? Yes, they can, Grant. I just need to finish my... Okay, people are just talking about painting minis. Dream Prince Gone, Great Palace done. What was the last time you made a Batman voice? Things didn't turn out well. The drawing stream incident. I don't remember that at all. What happened? What happened? Remind everyone, Orange. Also, I... Alright, I'm going to keep using my Batman voice. Where is she? And now I don't know what to say in my Batman voice. Alright, we're going to look at the totem next. The Joker totem. The Joker erected this totem as a totem to himself. Hey, look at that! Like we're actually getting onto the third thing. I'm terribly sorry. I forgot to put on the Batman voice. I love this goofy little poof. Reasons. I don't have minis, but I do have a Slanesh body color for reasons. With Wayne Insurance... Okay. With Wayne Insurance, you can save 15% or more on car insurance. The thing is brilliant, the smirking dog. Wasn't ready. I was not ready for the totem. Oh, dude. I love the thing at the bottom. It's just like, I'm here. This thing is high. Probably is with detail. Okay, alright. First note on the totem. Ugh. Oh, lordy. Oh, dear. Alright. Alright, so first things first is that needs... Okay, I can copy-paste a lot. Is everyone enjoying the totem just staring at you? Here's another... Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. Well, main... containing... the delightful... silliness. Okay, that's important. Alright, what else? 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 Else? Alright, let's do the thing. Alright, aesthetics and fleet colors. I already mentioned that. Sub-objects. Let's see, how many sub-objects do you have? You have none sub-object. Imagine playing expecting the horror and they get the Zoinks dog! This totem could use 2 spheres at the bottom. No! No! You need to keep it looking like this. Yep, well, more yeah, so that's what I said. Like, aesthetic standard brought up a bit, but the silliness must remain. Needs bread for the eyes to shift around. No arm on the balls too. A single shot and blows up. Man, all 3 of them look absolutely zonked. Zoinked, zonked, boinked, cronked. Hold the lever, cronk. Alright. What else? Right, checklist. General check. Transparent APS clips. There are APS on here, so... Oops. Does not appear to have transparent APS clips, so that is good. Excellent. Does the the thing on the bottom, whatever it is, does not have... Is that meant to be a monkey? I think it is. Alright, checklists. Checklist some more. Resource settings.
Listening.
Resource settings are good. Auto propulsion. Does it have any? Whoops. Okay, good. Okay, that's Turner and Pusher. Interesting. Way far away from the center of mass. This thing has got to wibble wobble around like crazy. Okay. Oh dear. Right. Nope. Need to turn that off. Need to turn that off. Totem. Turn off auto propulsion. Okay. Okay, what else? Auto propulsion. Resource storage levels. I think I already looked at that. So this is... Probably could use more resource storage, honestly. Repair bots. Does it have any? Repair bots. No, it does not. It doesn't have repair anything. And let's combat test this thing after it. This thing is really slow for it. It's Freddy, Chica, and Foxy. No! Oh no, you're right. Oh no, you're right. It is Freddy, Chica, and Foxy. Damn it. The top guy is definitely feeling it. Hello, Tungsten Cube. The effing caved-in eyes. Okay. The caved-in eyes are making me lose it. He's the highest in all. This thing is really slow for an aircraft. How about a warp drive for evasion? Platoon game mode where it just turns on auto propulsion for warp to see how many fall out of the sky. It would be cool for each of them to have their own turret so they can aim at different targets independently. Yes, that's a good idea, actually. Hor, Frederick Fastbear. Okay, let's just make a note on the totem here. Is... Can... convert one or more of the heads into turrets. Okay then, right, yes, heavy. Alright, so we're gonna combat test this after our ad break here. What else? What is this armed with? So it's got gun. It has the gun. It has squash head. It has vertical lens. Yeah, those caved-in eyes are really funny. And has... Oh, active radars. That's so neat. That's so cool. I love it. And... Yeah, I think the laser is literally just a lamb... Ooh. Yeah, okay, so lambs, nodes, and propulsion need to be better protected. Lambs, nodes, and propulsion needs better protection. Actually, not really. The systems run between them. Making them turrets would be difficult. It would, well, not really. Let's see. Nope. Not really at all, actually, because you could literally just prefab this top head and, like, have it move. Yeah, you could just prefab a bunch, honestly, and that would probably work well. Where's the AI on this thing? The AI is here in the bottom, so no, it's almost preset. Oh, orange. Those wings you made work really well for lambs on the resident. Oh, neat. It would make it really awkward to put any kind of control sources on because we change directions constantly. The solution to that is to put them all on the bottom. I think. Or be cunning. Speak your wisdom, Totem. Fill us with inspiration. I took that design for the limited gravitance coherence. Okay, nice. Systems run between them, I presume. Actually, not really. Okay, so bear in mind, we're looking at the totem. We're going to combat test this thing. But first, we need to do the ad break, because I need more coffee. I just need to finish this one. I'll be copying the wings for one of my own builds. Ship needs wings to fly off the water. I want to go for a bit more visual continuity between Goat and Harley builds. Nice. Very good thinking. Alright, I'm going to temporarily vanish. Do not worry, I will be back. I am John Cena. I am John Cena, but also Batman. You extra can't see me. Alright, and coffee break. Word of wisdom. Remember to, when you do not want to be seen, try your best to not be seen. And that way, you will not be seen. Like right now, you can hear me, but you cannot see me because I cannot be seen. And I did that on purpose, so I cannot be seen. I am unseeable. I hope that's helpful. Making them turrets is an interesting idea. I would put it as a possible idea rather than something the builders should do, if that makes sense. Yep, good point. Okay. You still can't see me. Ha 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 ha. Right, so there we go. That is just a suggestion. Excuse me. I need more coffee for the burps. Alright, please try and survive the ads. I believe in you. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thrown up. Thrown up. You know what's important? Breathing. Breathing's important. Okay. Alright, what's chat been saying? Oh, uh-oh. Okay, let's see. Control thrusters would be doable, but require significantly more wheat and bread, or better propulsion than a prayer. Core thruster 2. I just want to convert SP designs into Pinors. Of course you do, Azusa. 100% support that wish of yours. Didn't you just say last stream that the Pinor was a mistake? I was going to say, the duality of Zuzu. How about locking it behind funny mode? The phallus was a mistake. The next day, I just want to make more penises. Funny mode true, phallus inflated, if that's even possible. To be fair, we don't stop women from making amazing things. I mean, put the decals on mimics and have them read the variables should work. But we would need to deco the phallus to look unassuming out of funny mode first, or add the mimics to an existing stone-like design. Main menu is just swole with supremacy. LMAO, that poor Helly. I just saw something pop. Hey, we met that thing! We met the Shade before. Who is the most ships? SR? Yep. SR and GD have noticeably more designs than the other factions, with SR having slightly more than GD. After like 2.3k hours, I finally started to build a large front-sider. Congratulations! With like actual thought put into it. Or, well, more than usual. Nice. It's like 100 each for GRDG and 70 each for the rest. Whew. I'm trying to figure out what to do about the nesting pair of Cooper's hawks that attack me every time I leave my house. I don't know. So there's like 510 craft in this CC? 511 when I'm done with it. It's like 450-ish. Really? Ask Cooper to cage their birds. I would, but he told me to go eat an egg, whatever that means. How long is this campaign supposed to be? The map is pretty big. But I think it is actually shorter than neater. It just has so much more designs. How we're supposed to weight it so you see a good variety of stuff, I don't know. The current map is smaller than neater. Might be time to stretch it sideways a lot. Same height, but a little over half as wide. I just had the thought of maybe we just reuse the neater map, but I'm pretty sure that, like, John McFist in particular would revolt at having to put all these bloody blueprints back into a new map. So no, we're not doing that. Hopefully that means more replayability. Yes, that is what I'm hoping for. Right, we're looking at Totem. Totem will be combat tested. It will be combat tested, comrade. Also, I need to go find... I just remembered I need to go... Just need to go... Nope, not there. Totem. T0. T. 3. M. There we go. By the man, the myth, the leg. You gotta see this! I forgot about this completely. Hunt like a wolf, fly like a mighty eagle, become monkey. Diagnostics, thread 0xB84GA0876 not responding. Shut down, YN, monkey, 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 monkey. Designed for the Paterno custom campaign, still in their presence. Old monkey, all the time. Ooh hee ha ha hee hee. Okay, yep, the totem is now one of my favorite things. Then watch the AI spawn the same and... Actually, I think you could just replace the map separately without having to redo the factions craft. Can you do that? Guys, we might have to make the map huge. Steel Sovereign's level of huge. You know what, just imagine how many playthroughs of the exact same campaign you can do, but with different challenges and fleets. Hell, you could do that for neater. The content will be endless. Yes, that's what I want. Endless From the Depths content. That would actually be kind of neat, though. The Spotlight will sneak its way into the campaign without its parent vehicles like Turbo from Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, coffee is delicious. Did I pause the game? Okay, game is paused. And this is a roughly 300k, so let's throw it at a 300k Let's throw it against the file. I don't remember what the file is. Oh, the file's this thing. The file is a broadsider that is falling out of the sky slightly. Just double checking. Wait, did I remember to... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay, Reaper goes there. Hold on, I'm doing things. Reaper is just functionality. Never remember to put the notes where I need to put them. And shade is both aesthetics and functionality. Right. Lads, how we're doing? I realize I'm not doing a super good camera job, but to be fair to myself, I am multitasking. Right, so the file is at 97%. The totem's at 93%. Oh no! The eyes got shot out. That's horrifying. Oh, I forgot to blow this up. Die! Ooh, wing shot down. Also, yeah, this thing is slow as balls. Alright. Slow as balls. Slow as balls. How slow are your balls? Slow as balls. Slow as balls. Needs to be much faster. And what else? Needs some defense. Guys, I have to admit, I friggin' love rapid fire plasma even though it is bad. Oh dear. Oh no, how is this thing even moving? I'll tell you how, it's not. Ooh. Also, that lambs is not very strong. Oh dear. I'd love to see Lathrix second on Platoon or any CC for that matter. I would love that. Started difficulty easy with a Cybertron or Audacious spawning in. Also, this is the old file, just FYI. What do you mean the old file? I got this off the, seeing the file activate. Oh, right, the file activates just a few neurons reserved for 40k stuff in my brain. Let's just submit all 400 to the adventure random. Oh, Ninja would love that. Shoop-a-dee-doo, see the vertical commodity. Player makes it a difficulty 90 and Caesar. Alright, yeah, we do kind of want an adventure mode here, don't we? Lathrix versus Barons of the North. That would be dope as hell. That would actually challenge him. Because here's the thing about Lathrix. He's bloody good at this game. But Barons of the North really, really, like, pushes the player to be, like, built efficiently and well. He might actually break a sweat trying to do that. Doesn't even see it, so never was actually worth the Clickave file. I mean, well, I'll feel great. A shame but true. Dang, that APS is hitting hard, isn't it? Yeah. Well, the totem is now... Oh dear. Monkey! Monkey cartwheeling! So here's the thing. This thing, I would like to remind everyone, this thing has the potential to go over 100 meters per second. Unfortunately, it's sideways. Oh dear. Right, so benchmark... right, and yeah, that's the old file. Let's just double check. Actually, let's spawn against the new... Oh, wait, hello! Hello, you have flopped into the ocean. Why have you... Oh, wow. File did not come off unscathed, did it? Okay, let's try that again with the totem fighting the new file. And... Meow. Meow. We're gonna crash! Ah! We crashed. We are now dead. Welcome to the afterlife. It's full of... canoes! Alright then. Okay then, new file, not to be confused with any other type of file. Don't put any other syllables in front of file unless you want to get me demonetized. Okay, Thrusty Craft. File, this is the new improved version, I hope. I don't know, actually. Hold on a second. I can't really tell, can I? Anything can move 100 meters per second has been plummeting into the ocean at terminal velocity. That Threx hasn't done a campaign in a long while, has he? Nope, he got bored. He just got... His problem is he's too good at the bloody campaign to, like, be challenged by it. So, missiles do that. Is this the same blueprint? I wonder. Whoop! Thank you, Orange. The new one has more flea colors. Okay. The new one must have been updated, like, like, when I reviewed it better. Okay. Totem topping out at 25 meters per second going forward is wild. Yep. To be fair, this is one of the least aerodynamic things in the entire campaign. So you can't really blame it, can you? Oh, he'll be challenged, alright. Just wait until he faces the Inatus. Yep. Doesn't really matter either way since it already loses to the weaker, older version. Oh dear. Yeah. Alright, true. So, yeah. So, homework for the totem. So, combat testing benchmark must beat Glacave file. I spelled benchmark wrong again. I'm incredible at this. Alright, so where is the file? The file is a medium design, so I want to... Oh, wow! Never mind, it won. Huh. Right, file is good. Okay, approved. It can beat the file. The hash is random as hell, isn't it? Okay, where was I? I was here. Right, not the file, then. Because it can beat that just fine, apparently, if the hash hits in the right place. It doesn't really matter. Oh, well, I guess one this time, yeah. Yep. Yep. He's a big pig. You can be a big pig, too. Alright, so there's the file. Let's throw it against the Kelvin and see what happens. Although this is probably not a good matchup for it. Because the Kelvin is a flamethrower. It is magnificent flamethrowing goodness. Although those hash shells are going to do bad things to these little drones. Ooh. Uh-oh. Did that just get friendly fired? I think it did. Uh-oh. That did a lot better than I thought it would. Oh no, this thing needs more turning. It needs a lot more turn. Oh no! Oh no, it got booty. It got slapped in. This thing got slapped in the arse and its guts fell out. Oh no! Oh dear. Okay, that's a pretty good Glacave Kelvin, which is a tall order, I know. We'll need... I think the... What is the Kelvin? I think the Kelvin... The Kelvin's a hard design, so yes, that is good, because Stone Light Medium should be as strong as Glacave Hard. That is what we're going for here. The inset heat shells do the job. I'm proud of the APS drone doing something for us. Oh, it did something. Holy crap. If it could turn, it'd probably win. Missile guy has some explaining to do. I love my Kelvin, my beloved. I love my stupid little glass cannon drones. I also love them. Hello, Canis Weirden. Welcome to the stream. We're having fun. I need to make a note on the totem. I've already mentioned the missile defense. Be much faster and turn better. Glacave Kelvin. What's another thing we can throw against this? Because the Kelvin is a drone swarm. That's not where I want to be. I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to be here. Yes! Alright, so Kelvin is there. Leidenfrost is that funny submarine hunter. Gregor Swarm. I think the orbit... Yeah, the orbit is busted as hell. It's going to get changed completely. The ads is that funny submarine-y thing. Ornithologist. Which I believe... Let's double check. Where's the ornithologist? Ornithologist is another hard design, so that's actually good. We do like that. Admittedly, the ornithologist is not geared for fighting bricks, but you know what? What are these shells again? Oh, that's HE and that's frag. Well, it means logically that the totem should win against this. Alright, I think the totem might actually win. The ornithologist seems to have trouble aiming? What happened? Hash gun go bang, apparently. Well, not aesthetically, all the faces need to say they're a national treasure, yep. I do wonder if the totem would have died faster if the cluster missile didn't ram its partner in the rectum. Yes, it would have. Alright. Oh dear. I wonder if those shells are clipping. They might be. Alright, so missiles are now doing missile-y things. Oh, and the totem is closed in, so it's... Is that a 3x3 Omni... Oh, no, that bad. Oh, yeah, we need a 3x3 Omni Mantlet in there, because this thing actually has trouble aiming at stuff. Alright, let's just zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit, and I need to do that. Kelvin and ornithologist. And fast return much better. Needs more missile defense. APS needs 3x3 Omni Mantlet. New railgun barrels can help with this. There we go. Lovely, lovely. There we go. Yep. Alright, who winning? Totem is not winning anymore. Turns out if you fire enough gun at something... Wait, what the... Yep, Totem has stopped winning. Needs to be more evasive too, I think. Right, so... just a little bit more. There we go, okay. To be fair, when it was built, you couldn't use rails with 3x3 on. Yeah, I know. Installing that was required to use pure rail. Yep. Ornithologist seems to follow my lead in MVS, which is shooting everywhere but the enemy. The Toad's APS just kind of explode as soon as it gets tickled. But the Holodeyes, it looks less funny and more grim. Yep. It's rough. It is rough being a dog. You never get to drive the car. You can't sleep on the bed. They don't like it when you shed. It's gone too far. Yeah, wow, that APS went kablooey. Alright, ejectors might be a good idea. Hold on a second, let's just check here. Yeah, you know, ejectors might be a good idea. Alright, so let's just go tweaky. And ejectors. Alright, that's probably enough notes for the totem. Enough notum for the... Hey, check it out! There's actual medium turbines in here, which are set up correctly? Hang on a second, we need to get this thing shooting a lot to see if it can actually keep up energy demand. So, of course, we need to spawn a bazillion commodities. Go forth! Go forth! Are the packs gonna do anything? Why is it vertical lenses, actually? Yeah, I'm gonna make a note there. Which packs to scatter... To scatter or long range. This is for better FO field of fire, for better FOF. Well, there's a commodity doing a wheelie. Of course there is. I guess the absence of all that other facial features. No, yeah. Said it correctly, yeah. They're longer than I would use with this opinion test. I should probably keep a long distance. Yeah, what is its distance? That's yeah, it's quite short. Okay, so longer engagement distance needed. Can have longer engagement distance. Can have faster shells to facilitate. To facilitate this, yep. Why the sudden lag spike? Oh, that's why. Yep. Levitating disintegration. Levitating. I do love how, like, when you blow up the commodity, it just does a wheelie. It's what it does. I think this thing might be losing now, because I'm trying to remember what the commodity is armed with. I think it's armed with frag, mostly. Totem's indecisive. Oh no! It is not shooting. Also, yeah, it needs it. Ooh, are those overclocked? No, they're not. Interesting. Right, does need better. Yeah, no, it hasn't suffered internal damage, but yeah, no, needs better power generation. Needs better energy generation. Runs out of battery power. Which is a very common thing for Stone Knight craft, honestly. Should probably keep it longer. It's a bit late for me, but I hope the gaming was good. Wait, what? Hello, driver. Indeed, we're actually powering through the things we need to look at. I think that's enough notes on the totem. Meow. 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 Okay, just reading over my notes, reading over my notes, reading over my notey notes. Okay then, that's enough, I think. Okay, there we go. Reset. There we go. And over. Totem. Did I exit the bloody thing? No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay, no. Beating a swarm of commodities is too difficult, apparently. You know what you could do, actually? You could have it, and I hate to suggest this, as sub-vehicles with, like, the middle part of the totem being the main craft. That would be a complete rebuild. Let's see what the man limit the leg can cook up, if they feel like it. Yes. Okay then, and hello, craft inspection. I'm gone. I think we have time for one more inspection, and then we'll be good. Alright. Alright. Alrighty. Ooh, kangaroos, they like to hop. They like to jump on your entire face. Because kangaroos are bastards. Jumping rat. Okay. I don't know why I have a grudge against kangaroos. They have never wronged me in my life. My dad used to have... What is it? It's like a... What was it? It was like a little pouch of some kind, like the kind of thing like you keep your credit card in, but it was made out of a kangaroo's testicle. Souvenir from holiday in Australia. Jolly good. Don't know why that occurred to me. Alright. Totem's been beaten up by the commodity enough. Let us look at... What's the next thing we're going to look at? Okay, we can look at the altar. And then there's the Themis. Alright. It's time for the main menu while I go grab that blueprint. Also, thank goodness for painkillers. My head feels nice. Okay, I need to do this. Log back into the blueprint library. There's the thing I made. Okay. Okay, the altar. There we go. There we go. I don't know why you say goodbye and I say hello. Wait a minute. I forgot to delete things. No, wait, did I? No, I didn't forget to delete things. I'm a genius. I am a smart boy. I am the smartest boy who ever boyed. Altar, I can see right off the bat that a small terminus band and oops, all wedges armor on the main body at least. Yep. Now why would he have that? I don't know. Right, look at altar, then we done. Look at altar, then we done. Look at altar, there we done. Oh my goodness. I like this thing. I think it looks cool. Anyway, let's see. The altar is a hard design, so bad news for it. It's gonna have to actually be kind of good. And same story as before. We are going to have aesthetic standards. Alright, let us checky our brekkie. First things first, sub-objects. It does not have any. Sub-objects. It does not have any. Sub-objects. It does not have any. I do like the use of pyramids. That makes me feel good. What the? Huh? Why is there wireless? That's a bit of a whoopsie. I think there might have been detection at some point, and they just kind of missed one. So, yeah, the orphaned wireless receiver. There's nothing there. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so... remove just receivers. Receivers that aren't attached to anything. Or put detection on them. How do you spell with I before E? Okay, good. I remembered how to... Good news, everyone. I remember how to spell something. Alt is another card I feel I've never seen before. I recognize it. I haven't looked at any detail before. I'm glad the one thing I don't need to worry about for my style and stuff is aesthetic, since Orange did so much work on mine. Yep, that is one way to do it. Get Orange. Forgot the actual detection piece. I also see a bunch of 1 meter blocks that could be 1 meter offsets. How you mean? How you mean? Oh! I am eternally grateful for Ralston for telling me about this trick. But yes, also. I need to note here. On the sub-vehicles. And on mothership. Can convert a lot of triangle corners into 1 meter slope offsets. Just double checking that's what I'm thinking of. Yep, 1 meter offsets. 1 meter offset. Oops, there we go. There we go. There we go. It's also quite slow. Yep, again. Yep. Okay, so double checky here, double checky here. Alright, so aesthetics and fleet colors. Already mentioned that. Suborbit clipping. It doesn't have any suborbits. Transparent APS clips. Does this have... Mothership has a particle cannon. Particle cannon, plasma cannon. Right, I think we've got an issue with... Yep, alright, so... don't completely hide the weapons, because players need to know what they're dealing with here. Okay, then. Don't completely hide the deco weapons and other systems. Players need to know what they're looking at. So there's that. Okay, to be fair, the eyes do not turn out the weapons. Whether that's sufficient. That is not sufficient, honestly, because this just looks like decoration, and that's really not enough. It really isn't. Let's see a bunch of quite slow. Okay, so there's that. Why did I click that? Resource settings. Let's just double checky here.
Listening.
So
Listening.
that. Okay, fair enough. That's acceptable, I guess. Auto propulsion. Let's just go. Oh, well, why are there no ducts here? There could be. Okay, good. That's not auto propulsion. I'm assuming. I am assuming. Let's see here. Nope. And nope. Okay, good. That's probably a sign of no auto propulsion. Resource storage levels. Yep, already seen that. Repair bots. Does it have repair bots? Bot. Nope. Repair. No. Okay, and repair. No. Okay, and repair. Nope. Okay then. Jolly good. And now functionality combat testing. This is a very expensive thing. How's its armor? The poles! This might as well be... This is not good. Speaking as someone who loves to apologize all the time, this ain't gonna cut it. This isn't going to work well. Armor needs rethink. Yep, oops, all wedges. Alright, armor needs rethink. Yep. Okay. Enter. Armor needs redo. Wedges need backing. Holes should be HA on the sub vehicles. Okay then. Hello, Toasty Gamer! Welcome to the stream, and apologies for the ads. Twitch loves money. I also love money, but not as much as Twitch, probably. Okay, eyes need to jut out to make it more obvious that they're not just decals. Yep. I just ate 4 pieces of chicken. Well done, I am Grunt. That's what always happens, unless you're subbed. Yeah, that is what happened. Okay then. Alright, we should probably combat test this thing, shouldn't we? Alright. Needs more totemy. Definitely. So we got a little dude there. I love this. I'm not gonna... I gotta be honest. I freaking love the... Oh! It's my orb now. Hold on. I need to do this. My orb. That's fine, it's a joke. Okay, just rolling my eyes at Twitch. Anyway, I've been watching YouTube for a while now. Didn't know you stream too. I do! I say it at the end of every video. That where no one watches the end of the video. It's okay. Mannequin shenaniganery, my beloved. Here's the thing. I never use mannequins myself. I always forget. But it's so fun. Mannequins, they are great fun. Mannequins, use more than one. Mannequins, they make me smile. Mannequins are not crocodiles. Mannequins are great fun. Mannequins are like toasted buns. They are like toasted buns because when you see them you go, that is nice. I did improv once. Alright, what is the cost of this thing? It's an expensive critter. So let's throw that at a 900k Glacave thingy and see what happens. Options are limited. The resistor, I think, is absolute murder. Wait, the resistor, I believe, is a godly. So, resistor. And the resistor is death to frontsiders. So maybe not that. Or am I thinking of something else? What was I thinking of? Let's try the resistor just to see what happens. Do you have any advice for Cram? I'm kind of buns at it. Advice for Cram? Cram is really a rushdown weapon, so it's in a similar category to things like rams or nukes. You want to put it on something fast that drives in a straight line towards the enemy. Be it if it's a... Yeah, so that's what you kind of have to use them for. If you try to use them on a broadsider, you are kind of on a hiding to nowhere, especially against more metacraft. And another thing with Crams is that it's kind of quality over quantity. You want fewer big scary cram shells rather than what do you say? Rather than a whole bunch of crappy ones. Maximum incendiary cram, no other shell types. That's not true. That is how you make metacram. You're thinking of the coherence. That's a pierce laser. Nope, I'm thinking of this thing as well. Because this thing, Tokyo drifts right behind things and, like, annihilates it. So maybe this is not the thing to use. That plasma has a very poor muzzle velocity. Let's see here. That's a pack. That is the projectile speed. Plasma shots should be faster, because otherwise it's never going to hit anything, is it? This thing is actually managing to keep the resistor in front of it. And it is bouncing up and down a little bit. It is actually doing damage. Just not enough damage, because the resistor is insane. Is it fair to try and get the altar to fight the resistor? Ironically, plasma is not the best thing to use against frontsiders. This thing is going to really screw with people, I just know it. It does actually appear to have, I'm trying to do an Onyx Watch bounty. Okay. What bounty are you trying to do? Just curious. I just tested the anchor bolt, and despite the cost of 50% more and having weapons that should counter the anchor bolt, it lost pretty hard. Alright, well, in that case, we should do the same test. Alright, so I think I'm going to be rough on the altar. This should be able to beat the resistor, because this is, like, it can turn to face it, and this is a front-siding craft, so I'm so sorry, Crodford. I'm going to give you really difficult homework, in that this thing needs to be able to take on the resistor, in which case, you need Pierce, and a lot of it. Pierce, Bruce Pierstein. Why did I come up with that name? Brain is braining. Right, so... Combat testing benchmark needs to beat Glacave resistor and anchor bolt. Right, so let's have a look-see here at our friend and how it does against the Anchor Bolt, because I want to see exactly how it loses. But partially because this thing probably needs missile defense and a lot more of it. Needs more missile defense. So load in alter. Spawn in newest version of Anchor Bolt, which is probably not in the ting. Anchor Bolt, Anchor Bolt, Anchor Bolt, Anchor Bolt, which is a... Nope. That's a hover tank, right? Yep, there it is. Found it. Woo! Thank you for the follow, Toasty Gamer. Much appreciated. I have a lot of progress. Cram is just kind of weird. I'm trying to make a 2-barrel 2,000mm cram. Fair enough. The bay leaf one. Okay, what is the bay leaf? 2,000mm. Unless I can kind of... Well, I can recommend my cram tutorials because I've made a bunch, so... then again, you might have already watched those. Okay. Anchor Bolt is significantly cheaper than counter with plasma. Yep. Okay then, let's throw this again. The Anchor Bolt is also, to be fair, I think the main unit of this is like, yeah, I think really the plasma needs better velocity. That might be the problem here. Another ship. Needs more missile defense. Plasma needs better muzzle velocity. Like, there's no reason. There's literally no reason to ever have slow plasma, really. Like, there's no point. Because generally what you're shooting at with plasma is stuff like this that's horribly evasive. Yeah, those plasma bolts are slow, man. They are slow. This is under-armored. What are those packs armed with? Hello? Well, it uses impact. Hello? Alright, that does it. Powered, removed it. Ah, see, here's the problem. That wasn't a gun. That wasn't a gun! It was a different thing. Magnetic stabilizer, and also here. And that's also an impact. Maybe piercing would work better for this. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a lot more fragile, yeah. Wait, are we doing cross missions right now? I have a little guy I'd like to look at. Nope. This is reviewing designs for Platono, which is a custom campaign. Yeah, no. We are not doing... I am not doing craft reviews. That is a patron perk for a reason. Oh, okay. I might be a little slow learning cram like I get. I made 2D cram, but 3D cram, especially multi-barrel. What is a good advice for multi-barrel cram is one bit of advice I always if you're using standard cram Tetris, so diamond Tetris, it really does help to, as you go, color the connectors so you can constantly be visually reminded of like which cram gets what connectors. That helps. That helps a lot. Yeah, poor Alter's not winning. Yeah, a large part of this is a lack of missile defense. How strong are these plasma guns? Okay, charges per shot is 30. So that does... That's actually not optimal. So RPM limit is 600? What the hell? We seem to be falling over. Yep. Altar done. Altar is done. I think there are still some spots left if you want to submit it. Yes, so in the pinned in chat is the Platono hub. From there, you can find the spreadsheet for all craft in Platono. There are empty spots. And yeah, it actually might win this, but only shouldn't even be that close. Yep, never mind. Never mind. Okay, what? There was a note I wanted to make. Okay, so it needs to be more evasive. Needs to be more evasive. Okay then, I think that's us. Yeah, the altar is, altar needs work. Lovely craft. But it needs work. Alright, I'm going to type up all my notes. So altar, la 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 la. Yep, so just the benchmark. And once again, I never spelled benchmark correctly the first time. So taking on the resistor and the anchor bolt is already, it's gonna, like, if the altar can be made to do that, it would be, yep, this is a Stone Knight hard. Hard as stone. Alright, and altar go here. Click, and click, and clicky, 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 clicky. Clicky, clicky. Clicky, 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 clicky. Why did I do that? That's very silly of me. I'm going to hit mash, Control Z. There we go. Alright. Alter. Go here. Wow, I just scrolled back through all the stuff that needs work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff. Alright, let's go. Did I find that? Alright, alter, 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 alter. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. I'm so sorry, Secure. I'm so sorry, Secure. Alright, there's lore on this thing. Let's read it out to you. Gokave transmission intercepted. Transcript loaded. Something on the radar coming from the north. What is it? No idea, sir, but it is wide. Stone Knight? Yes. Any idea what they've copied now? Satellite data suggests it is an altar of some kind. Here we go again. Tank! Alright, let's now do this thing. Let's now do this thing. It's wide. I love how it's described as wide. Wide. Alright, let's go here, let's go here. Cheers. Why did I go to Notepad? That's very silly. What did I do? Oh, that's why I went to Notepad. I have things in Notepad, which are important. So important. The most important things. Okay, good. And we are finishing on time for once. Look at that! We looked at 4 things! So remember, at the beginning of the stream, people were taking bets on how many craft would get through. To those of you who said 2, ha. Ralston, what do you do? Hey, Ralston, hello! I can't believe chat left us at the Altered Marauder. You basically missed the stream. Sorry, Ralston, but can we get a shout out for Ralston? Otherwise is a good friend. Oh, you're a good friend too, Ralston. Yay. Alright, Printed Rex did his best. I didn't really leave him any block out to work with. Wait. Yay. Okay, I need to check chat. What is it? Alright, so you said painted connectors, like painting per barrel. I'm sorry for all the question, but you re-comment 5 or 6 connector cram for the 3D Tetris. 5 is easier. So the pattern where, like, you just focus on that kind of double layer, as in, like, a layer with pellets, layer of connectors, layer of pellets. No. The opposite. So, bottom layer, layer of pellets, layer of connectors. Layer of pellets, layer of pellets, layer of connectors. So I did make a video about that. I can recommend doing that because it's hard to explain without any kind of visual aid in game. Alright, can get better. McFist, the Audacious is all on the list. That's no, it's expected. Thing has issues. Yep. Yay! Okay. What the hell? Smork. Okay. Unfortunately, the stream's over. Oh, goodness, no! The camera's going nuts. Alright, so Ralston is clearly not not streaming right now. But Gorlath and Neko Boy Blue are streaming, so we get to do the coin toss. We raided Neko yesterday, but I'm going to do the thing where I go find my... I nearly said Australia. I nearly confused Australia and New Zealand. I live here! The wildcard spawning on the menu is always a motion sickness risk. Yep. So, Ralston, how you doing? While we're hanging out here. Okay. $2. $2 New Zealand coin. Giga is live. Let's go right here. I don't know who that is. Giga. I still don't know who that is. So, for everyone to look at, New Zealand $2 coin. We have Queen Elizabeth II, because we are still enthralled to the United Kingdom. Of course we are. And we have New Zealand Heron, which is not enthralled to the United Kingdom, because it's a heron. The rift between New Zealand and Australia shrinks every time a New Zealander forgets they aren't Australian. To be fair, there are probably proportionally more New Zealanders in Australia than Australians in New Zealand because people keep leaving to go find work over there. That would be the weirdest choice. I would say Iron Mouse, but I don't like her and she's not live. Well, that's 2 reasons not to do it. Also, I don't know these streamers, and they probably don't stream FTD. Also, they're so much bigger than me, stream audience-wise. Like, there's no point in mutual nuking. Bombardier is used for 3 seconds before detonating. Alright, so heads, Gorlath, and tails, Neko, just because that's alphabetical order. Tails! We're going with Neko again. We are raiding Neko. Someone go tell Gorlath that he lost the coin toss. La 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 la. I know, I'm just bull pooping. Gotcha. Okay, raiding Neko Boy Blue. If you are watching this later on YouTube, remember to subscribe because the VOD channel is almost monetized and I like money. I need it badly. We all need it badly. Marauder? What? Why did you just say Marauder? Okay, Neko Boy Blue playing Age of Wonders, which is a good time. Its move being dismissed because of those misplaced wings. Border crabs. What? Why are you saying random things and frightening me? That's weird and scary. Ray Neko Boy Blue. Alright. All of you take care now. See you next week for more stream. And the latest episode of Hardest Neater from the Depths is now, well, it's on YouTube. And it's been edited not with my ancient copy of Vegas, but with DaVinci Resolve, so please go watch it and tell me if I hacked up the editing again. Alright, see you folks. Hey, thank you Toasty Gamer for cheering the bits. That's really cool of you. Thank you so much. Wait, you want money? Thank you! Wow, I didn't know that was I think that's the biggest bit donation I've ever got. Hell yeah. Alright, raiding out now. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye!